The following is a video documentary for the 2000 Upper Deck Drew Bledsoe graded jersey insert, and that was done by SGC, and it was graded a 96, which is a mint, also a grade 9 in more standardized numbering. And the SGC number that was issued was 113661 7-155. Let's start with the upper left-hand corner for the documentary. One thing I'd like to note up front is that the SGC production has a fourth element, which really works very well in terms of the more elements that you have that you can map to a particular production like this, the better. Not only do you have the capsule and the flip and the card itself, but you also have the insert, which is custom cut and fit depending on the card and the size of the capsule. And in this particular case, it was fit for this type of production. The production itself is thick because it does have a piece of swatch of fabric in it, and you will see throughout the production that there are fibers that are trapped within as well. So let's traverse the upper portion of the card. As you see, there are a lot of scratches. It was an unprotected card. It was not kept in a plastic sleeve, so you're going to see that throughout the course of our documentary. The top portion that you see, a dark dot, that's important to make note. That was probably trapped during the welding of the capsule. Okay, we traverse a little bit further. Okay, also important to note, this particular card had the blue and white flip versus the green and white flip that is used for the SGC production. That's to denote, I guess, the special type of card. As you can see, there's a little bit of a trapped piece of skin, a piece of paper, something like that, on the insert, black insert itself, right there in the middle. And as we go down the side, what we're going to see, three factors actually. What we're going to see is the characteristics that make up the insert, characteristics that make up the card, and the capsule itself. Now you can see there's a few black shavings that came off of the insert itself. They're trapped within the card. They're probably not going to move around that much because the card is tightly, it's a snug fit. But sometimes what you will see is the mobilization of the fibers that are loose within the capsule as the card moves around. And as we go down, lots of scratches on the top, but they're just part of the capsule itself. Okay, we'll traverse downward. We see the edge of the card. It's a white edge, so there's not a whole lot that's going to jump out at us. Go down a little further. We see the cutouts. Again, you're going to see some fiber. You see on the right-hand side there, there's a fiber caught right at the edge of the insert, or at the beginning of the weld point in the capsule. Go down to the bottom. You see another little, right in the middle there in the bottom, something else that's trapped within the capsule itself during the weld. You also see a little bit of darkening where the pressure points were from the weld on the edge of the capsule. You see again another dark trapping right there. It looks like it's symmetric to the top, probably from the mold itself when the plastic was created. There's another black trapping there. Again, an important forensic note. Some oxygen bubbles that were trapped during the weld at the bottom there. As we go a little bit further, go up. Again, we see the characteristics of the cutout. It looks much cleaner from to the naked eye. Under the microscope, it will show all the cut points and any shreds left over. And we'll go up. You see a lot of scratching. Again, there's some bubble points on the left side, some pressure points from the weld. Go a little further up. The card itself, is not really giving it's almost perfect. It's a 96, so it's not really giving us much in terms of any notable forensic evidence that we can put into record. But it is clean. I guess that's as good as anything else. As we go to the top, basically to the point we started at. Okay, and here's the card itself. What we will note as we sort of traverse the card's surface is that it's got some nice bold colors, large picture of Drew Bledsoe. You're also going to see fibers just like this, which come from the insert's fabric swatch. You will see that through certain portions, and in some portions there's some density of it right around where the swatch is located. Okay, we'll get down to that portion very soon, like right here. You see there's a bunch of blue fibers that are part of the card. There's a portion of it right there. There's a great number of them. It's impossible to say that they're going to stay in one place, but it is. You would look for that if you were to review this card later on. You would look for those to be somewhere in the vicinity. The card itself, great gloss. A little bit tougher to see through the scratches on the surface of the holder, but there's another important note. The holder itself, it has that one long scratch right there that sort of goes diagonally. But that concludes the review documentary for this card.